Hey everybody, this is a random vlog session again for me, and I think this is entry number 4, I think. So today is a very random topic. I was thinking about what to talk about today since I have free time. I just watched, or I love wrestling. Man, good. I started watching it back after a while. Well, I think after the Shield came, that's when I actually went into WWE. Now, I want to talk about some things about the difference between now and then. Where you see like The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, you got Kurt Angle, you have Booker T, all these great guys. And during that time, it's the Attitude Era, and everyone loved Stone Cold and DX, The Rock. So all this, if you are one of the 90s child or 90s era, you would love these guys and you'd be a fan of them until now. And I think most of you during the era, you won't be watching WWE as of now. But I wouldn't say WWE now, it's not that bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's kind of almost similar to what they do last time. Maybe it's because now WWE is a public company, so you don't really see all this like dirty things that you normally see they do, especially on the divas or now the women's wrestling. But now I see women's wrestling is really, really great. So like, for example, I have a shirt here. This is Sasha Banks. I'm a fan. Yeah. And actually, I'm also a fan of Seth Rollins now, even though he was a heel back then, way before he's now, and he's called the Kingslayer or all these things before he was called the Architect. So I was a fan of him. Not really a fan of him during the Shield because I don't really enjoy seeing Roman Reigns on top. That's just my opinion, because I think Roman Reigns is strong. It's just that now what I feel that he's being pushed a lot, so it's kind of like, it's kind of tad boring. So I'm not really a fan. Normally I would gravitate towards baby faces, so I would gravitate towards John Cena, Roman Reigns, and all this. Okay, Sasha Banks, for me, she's a ace, but with a heel character. I think that's how it works nowadays, but it's actually really cool. So you have this boss character that you see here, so actually it's really, really nice. So it's something new, and I do feel like now all the wrestlers, they're very technically gifted in a way, and because it's some of them from the indies. And if you think about it, Seth Rollins from the indies, there's Bailey, Sasha Banks, all of them are from the indies. They join NXT, and they moved up to the main roster, so that was fun. Charlotte Flair, okay, I'm not really a fan of her when she was in Raw, because the feud between Sasha Banks and Charlotte was a bit stale after they interchanged the title. But when Charlotte moved to Smackdown, that's where it became quite interesting. She still is the queen, so yeah. But yeah, it's something interesting. I can't see what's next for her. Oh yes, speaking of that, Backlash just finished. This is a very interesting thought. This is because Jinder Mahal, he is normally a jobber. He doesn't really have much. I mean, his gimmick is not that great. Before, he was in 3MB, he was, they always get screwed upon. So in every story with Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre, actually Drew McIntyre is actually quite strong by himself before he joined 3MB. But that's just it. Anyway, if you see that now Jinder Mahal, he is the WWE champion. That's something different from your usual. John Cena is the champion, and then you have maybe Roman Reigns is the champion, and yeah, this is something interesting, because the last time that I saw a champion, which is Indian, it was Great Khali. That was a long time ago, so it's been a while, and this is a good change for SmackDown. I think SmackDown is doing it right, make it unpredictable. I didn't really think about Jinder Mahal being the champion at one point, because Randy Orton is, of course, he's the veteran and how many, like 13 times champion, or I don't remember, but he's the champion now. So this is very interesting. I would like to see Smackdown, what's going to happen with him in the next few months or so with Jinder Mahal as the WWE champion. That's a fresh perspective. I just watched the clip of, okay guys, honestly I haven't watched any of the pay-per-views. I only watch WrestleMania every year. The other pay-per-views I usually just honestly go to WWE and just randomly just watch the clips of every segment they have, and also every fight they actually put. I do like this Breezango, like Fandango and Tyler Breeze. This is a very interesting push. It's because if you look at it, the Usos, they changed from babyface to heel. It's working out for them. This is great. So it's a new side of the Usos. Well, actually, we've never seen the Usos being a heel, so that was a good change. Breezango, that's a very interesting choice to push for a team, because Breezango is always comedic, not very serious. Unlike the New Day, they are like, they do joke around but sending positive vibes, but they're actually really cool, really cool, even though they were the champions for quite a while. So I think they made a record of the longest tag team champions, I think, in this new era. So that was good. I wish, I don't know, let's see if Breezango can actually become the champion. So that's another new fresh idea. I would love to see this happen. Raw, not so much though, because okay, honestly, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins is there. I love these two, but the storyline is it's okay, because Seth Rollins now is against Samoa Joe. That's just my opinion. Now you have, who else? Roman Reigns against Bray Wyatt. So you got superstar power, but the storyline is like, you know, I'm not really feeling it. I'm really feeling on the Smackdown where you get to see Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal. So I'm guessing that they might be having a long feud after this. It'll be very interesting. Smackdown, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, I don't know who both of these wrestlers are, honestly, because I don't watch indie wrestling when I was growing up. But when AJ Styles went into WWE in Royal Rumble, I think that was like last year, he was a surprise entrant. So that's when I want to see what he was. He was absolutely phenomenal. Basically, that's what people call him, and actually he is phenomenal. And it's because if you watch in YouTube how he performs all this stuff, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. And Shinsuke Nakamura, these two I can say is amazing. If you go to YouTube and find a video where AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura fought against each other during the NJPW days, that was really good match. So I don't know, people are pushing them to fight against each other. I don't know, that would be fun to watch again. That would be watching like NJPW all over again. But hopefully these things will come into play. But the Universal Champion, okay, Brock Lesnar is actually cool, but when he's not the fighting champion, it's really is, I don't know, it's just really boring because you don't see him on TV more often. Only when he comes near a very big pay-per-view, then he will show up and actually start fighting, or like a few shows before the main event, or the, you know, the PPV. What I heard is now the Great Balls of Fire or something, so it's interesting. Or SummerSlam. It's either one of them where he's coming in. I wish the Universal Champion would have a fighting champion. It's because a fighting champion would be fun to watch. Okay, albeit that I don't really like, maybe that's just me, I just don't like the champions who start bragging after they win a day, like, which happens all the time. After they win, they have a that type of segment where he comes up and say, okay, I'm champion, the king of the world, you know, whatever. But that's just me. I don't like that segment. But if he's a fighting champion, it's fine. It's really fun. But if he appears like 1 or 2 times and then he's gone and he comes back, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, like, for me, the effort for every superstar there, it's maybe wasted, maybe not. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But you guys can share what's your opinion on this, like non-fighting champions for WWE, Universal Champion. That's for Raw. Smackdown is good because now Jinder Mahal, because he comes every week and he is a superstar of Smackdown, and every week, and he will fight. So definitely now he's a champion, and this will be very interesting to see how fighting champion would be if this is going to accumulate to something interesting. Right, guys? So peace out. Woo.